Do opposites attract?
No. Do opposites really attract?
So there's this debate, not a debate, but there's this thing where people say that you have to have things in common to be able to get along with someone or to find things good about them, or just to just to have that friendship and stuff. But then other people, you hear the saying a lot that opposites attract, you know, like the North Pole and the South Pole will come together and they connect like a magnet. So what is it? Is it that you have to have things in common with someone for you to be attracted to them? Or do you have to be complete opposites to be attracted to someone?
I think they both play a part for you to be attracted to someone.
Okay.
I don't really believe, well, I'm really coming with my thoughts already, but I don't really believe that opposites necessarily attract. Because I feel like if you're totally opposite, it's really hard to merge and get to know each other.
That's true.
It's like, I feel like, okay, most of your attributes, let's say like 90%, 85% of it is opposite. Then there's like 5% what attracts you to speak to each other and then build on the different aspects that make that relationship.
So what I'm getting from what you're saying is that you're saying 85% opposite.
Basically, 85, 15%.
The majority of it has to be opposite.
Yeah.
And then a small percentage of it has to be something in common.
Because, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if opposites really attract, because I've met people who are totally opposite from me and it's really hard to really get into a conversation or really blend in, like chill with them, because you just feel uncomfortable. You try this technique, it don't work. You try that technique, it don't work. You just try to say something about your life, it don't work because they don't relate to it. So it's kind of hard.
I think I agree with that in the sense that you have to have that basis of understanding where you have certain things in common.
Yeah.
And then you have to also have things that aren't in common, because if you have so much in common, then you're basically talking to yourself and it just gets boring. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
And then, like what my mum was saying about soulmates, we had this conversation about who's your soulmate and that kind of thing, and she was telling me that your soulmate has to be opposite to you, because when someone's opposite, you grow from each other and then you reach like a higher level together, because of the fact that they're teaching you something and you're teaching them something, and then you understand the world in certain different ways. In that sense, that's why opposites attract.
No, but it's not really attraction, is it? It's like it's growth and benefits. Like if the person's different from you, there's like certain attributes and their personality that can really put up your attributes or personality or whatever it may be in your life. So like I don't know if it's attraction, but yeah.
I think the basis, the foundation has to be common things.
No, but you know what? I don't even really think it's You know, when I say common things, I don't really mean doing the same things or watching the same things. It's more to do with
understandings.
Yeah, like your understanding. It's like, I guess it's being honest. It's being truthful. Being your actual character will pretty much resonate with a lot of people. And this is gonna really go against what I said before, but forget, I don't care. And basically, I feel like if you're 100% true and honest with your character, which is very hard, you will blend in and blend in with anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I believe, because everyone will just feel that energy. Because once you start speaking the truth and being honest, everyone just kind of gravitates to that, and then they just feel like, yo, this person's the guy or this person's the girl. Yeah.
So you're saying it doesn't matter whether you're opposite or got things in common. It's just you're being truthful to who you are.
You have to be truthful to who you are, because then people will embrace that. It's more like when Balotelli, Balotelli,
I know.
like when he was himself, no matter how bad he was, people loved him.
People respect.
Yeah, they just respected what he did.
And then they gravitate to you because because everyone knows that it's hard to be honest, like 100% honest with your character and whatever. And so people that are like outspoken, people that just don't care, have no filter and all that kind of thing, people tend to gravitate towards them because they have that missing thing that they wish they had. Yeah, that everyone wishes they could be themselves, but they can't, because we're all stuck in this. No, let's not talk about Let's not. This is getting off topic. Okay, let's bring it back. In regards to us then. To us. What do you want to start off with? Okay, the question is, do you have anything in common? No, we don't. That's a lie. Other than, we both from East Africa, we both have chapati, we both have mandasi. You say our food is the only thing that's in common?
That's what really got us.
This,
no,
we
but
talk,
no, think
we
about
have YouTube videos together.
No, think about it. Yeah, that's what's. Let's start from the beginning.
Oh.
What really got us to speak and have long conversations?
Was the fact that we had a family, similar family background.
Yeah. When I said, "Oh, do you have mandazi?" You're like, "Yeah, man, I love mandazi. I really eat like them. They're really sweet. My mum makes them." And I'm like, "Yeah, definitely." Then you're like, oh,
and especially, oh sorry, no.
And then what about the chapati and all that jazz? Yeah, you guys should try some chapati, yeah, with soup, yeah, with stew.
Let me make them for you.
Beautiful, man. Anyway, yeah.
I think it's also the fact that there's not as many East Africans around compared to like the Nigerians and the Ghanaians in this country. Being what? No, I think. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't give me that face. I think the fact that we have something that not many people know of. There are a few, mainly Ugandans around, but there are a few here and there. But having meeting someone and then you're like, oh, you have this in common. Especially everyone thinks I'm from Jamaica or something, and then you find out that I'm not, and you're like, yeah, this one thing is not as common, and because we have it in common, it makes us somewhat connect.
Yeah, it makes us connect to each other more than anyone else, I guess, more than other people. So if you were to tell me they're from Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, whatever, they still have that connection, yeah, but then it won't be like, oh, you're just my neighbour. It's just a natural thing. That's for everyone. Like if you find someone who's close to you, you're gonna like, oh, you have similarities. Boom. From there, you just build. But then again, when it gets deeper and deeper, it depends on the character of the person that will keep you together. Do you get it? So now in our situation, going back to us. So that was like the little, or the catalyst, you could say, of how everything started, right? And then from there, it's like understanding the character and who they are and if they're worth staying with. If they're worth your time, worth your life energy, basically.
That's what we had in common at first, but then I think as we grew, we had more similarities.
Like what?
It was the transitioning at the same time kind of thing.
What, are you talking about the hair?
That's one point, and then it went into more just being more aware of black history and being more interested in things that aren't necessarily shown on mainstream media and aren't put out there more, having research, looking into things and reading deeper into things. I remember them days, man. Good old days, man. What, you don't do that no more?
I still do it, but it's like, it's more of us, it's bigger. It's different, there's other stuff, that's why.
At first we didn't have much in common in terms of our personalities weren't the same. Yeah,
man. You were all out there.
I'm still kind of out there.
You're still out there. And I want to be quiet, but I just...
He likes to pretend he's quiet.
I'm quiet, man. I'm a quiet dude if you meet me.
If you meet him, he's quiet, but when you know him, he's not quiet. So we kind of said this in the beginning, right? You have a small bit in common and then the majority is opposite.
Yeah.
So that means the opposites do attract. Does that mean the opposites do attract?
No.
It doesn't mean you have to be 100%
It doesn't mean opposites do attract or they do not attract.
What does it mean then?
It just means that you need you need both to make it work. Actually, I'm not saying this is the formula for every relation because it could be totally different. But we can talk about opposites attract and it can mean a number of different things. It doesn't have to be a relationship, man and girl, man and woman, whatever. It can be whatever, friends. And I just believe that you need that type of, just something that can get the conversation rolling. That's all an attraction is. A good conversation.
But you can start.
That's why you guys, if you want to get girls, make sure your mouthpiece is on peace.
Mouthpiece is on peace?
It's on peace.
It's on peace or it's on point?
No, it's on peace.
Okay.
But it can be on point as well.
I think that was one. I think one good thing about it in terms of relationships is that I don't speak much, but you love to ask questions a lot.
Not really questions. I really like to speak. Even though I say I'm quiet, no, I love speaking, man.
But what I'm saying is that you've kind of, it's still dragging, like the process is still happening, but you're making me talk more in the sense that when things I don't want to say, or if I have something...
Yeah, I have to be harsh, innit?
And it's like, that's the sense where opposites... Whereas if we were both the same, if we were both closed off...
But I was closed off.
See, no,
her point is correct, yeah, I understand her point. But the thing is, if I had stayed the same way I was, what, 2 years ago? Where I just kept everything to myself, then we probably would just go like this. Because you're that type of character, I don't know, you're improving it, you just wouldn't say anything that's on your mind. And I was the same until I was just like, you know what, I can't speak my mind. Why can I speak my mind? Huh? And then I said, cool, do the thing. Okay, so to end it, right?
Okay.
Do you think opposites really attract?
I think that you have to have a more, in terms of percentages, you have to think of it that way. You have to be more than 50% opposite.
So that's what you believe?
I believe that you have to be more than 50% opposite in order for you to work and to grow together.
Okay.
What do you believe?
I believe that you don't need to attract.
You don't need to be opposites.
You don't need to be opposite.
That just defies everything you just said.
Hmm?
You have to have everything in common.
You have to have everything in common. No, I'm joking.
Exactly. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that to come.
No, like I said in the beginning, it's all to do with like 85%, 85% opposite and then 50%.
15?
15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say 50?
I sounded like it.
No, well, 15% attracted to each other. That's what I feel.
Common or?
Oh,
Oh god.
the question
is common and attraction the same thing?
Well,
Or does common equal attraction?
I won't say that. Well, no, actually, yeah, that's good. Common does equal attraction.
Okay.
Like yeah, if you have common things, that will attract you to the person more. Yeah. I like that. Common equals attraction.
So common equals attraction, and that's a small percentage of it is attraction, and then that means that opposites equal growth.
Yes. Very good.
Ah, we just made out a maths solution equation. A maths equation.
I like that. Common
equals
attraction.
Opposites
Equals
growth.
Hallelujah.
And we have to have a small percentage, big percentage. Anyways, yes, I think that's us done.
Yeah, man, that's a long ass video.